are on our way to Medjugorje. They continue to have apparitions. Pilgrimages to Medjugorje have been authorized by the Vatican. You ready?
Yeah.
If you fell, it was gonna hurt. I'm hoping that the trail is stroller friendly. Poor Dad, always carrying the stroller. So much fun that he fell asleep walking to the car. A little bit of a late start today. It's already 10 o'clock. We drove around for a little bit trying to find a memory card for my camera. I'm all out of space. I ended up just taking the memory card out of our drone and putting that in my camera because for some reason we can't find the memory card we need at any of the electronic stores that we've been to. But anyways, we are on our way to Medjugorje, which is just 30 minutes away from Mostar. There we're gonna take a little walk up Apparition Hill. We found this really interesting story about 6 visionaries. In 1981, 2 young girls were walking around Medjugorje when they saw a woman appear high on the hill, and they knew instantly that it was the Virgin Mary, and they, along with 4 other children, felt compelled to return the next day. So they did, and that's where they saw her again, and she introduced herself as the Queen of Peace. And since that day, they continue to have apparitions. So now it's become a very popular place for Catholics to go. Also interesting is that the apparitions were pretty much ignored by the Catholic Church for 31 years. And it wasn't until 2010 that the Pope ordered an investigation into the apparitions. So that's pretty interesting. And since 81, there have been about 50 million people who have visited Apparition Hill. So now, some 40 years later, I think 3 or 4 of the visionaries still have daily apparitions, whereas the other visionaries have apparitions yearly on the same day. And it's a different day for each of them. And since 2019, it says pilgrimages to Medjugorje have been authorized by the Vatican. So that's the most recent update that I can find. The walk up to the top is 2 kilometers, I believe. It's very rocky. It's not a very forgiving path. So I think we're gonna strap both the kids to our backs and walk up there. And once we're done with that, we are going to drive a little bit farther and go to the Kravica Waterfall. Take a little dip, see the waterfalls. And after that, we'll head back to Mostar. You ready? just got back from our walk up Apparition Hill. It was not an easy walk, but there and back, from the car, up the mountain, and back to the car, it was only about 40 minutes. It only took us like 15 minutes to get to the top, and then it took us the rest of the time to come back down, basically. It's definitely a lot harder coming down than it is going up. There's a lot of rocks. There's no like definitive path up there. It's all like just rock-studded earth. Like those like deep embedded rocks in the ground. There's sharp rocks, there's slippery rocks. Luckily, none of the rocks seemed loose. Every rock I stepped on was pretty solid in the ground. Okay, Ryan stepped on a couple loose ones. I didn't. But yeah, it's definitely not something you want to take the kids up unless you're carrying them or something. Even that felt a little bit dangerous, because if you fell, it was gonna hurt. If you fell on those rocks, it would have hurt. And like, there wasn't a lot of places to step either, so like my feet kept getting stuck between two rocks when I was walking. A good thing I like went slow, because if I didn't, I would have tripped. And I can only imagine Ryan, your feet are like twice as big as mine, so his feet were getting stuck more than mine. But I mean, it wasn't so bad. About 15 minutes to the top without stopping. It's just, you know, you gotta be careful where you're stepping because of the rocks. There's a good amount of people up there. Unfortunately, we didn't get up as early as we wanted to today, so we didn't get to do it until 11. So now the sun was beating down on us right high in the sky. There was a little bit of shade going up the mountain, but not much.
87 degrees.
Yeah, it's 87 degrees right now, so we're sweaty. I'm not really like exhausted, I'm just like hot. It's just hot and humid. I did see quite a few people doing it barefoot. But I even saw a father and son doing it barefoot, and the kid must have been not older than what, like 5, 6 maybe. I did see a lot of kids doing it. Good quick little 40-minute trip. We're back in the car, and now we are on our way to the Kravica Waterfalls.
Swimming.
You want to go swimming? Okay, that's where we're going, okay? We're gonna go swim in a waterfall.
Waterfall.
Does it sound like fun?
Yes, sounds fun.
Okay, let's go. We arrived at the waterfalls. I was sleeping, so we're gonna let her take a little nap because it's around nap time. I'm gonna feed the baby, and then we're gonna wake her up, and I'm hoping that the trail is stroller friendly, but I'm not sure. So there might be some stairs, we might have to carry the stroller down, but I guess we'll find out when we head down there. If you forget your bathing suit or your hat or your towel, you can buy it right at the entrance. Poor Dad, always carrying the stroller. little bud man had so much fun that he fell asleep walking to the car. We're just now leaving Kravica Waterfalls. We had a great time at lunch. Unfortunately, it was really busy and they had a very large table that kind of closed down the kitchen for a little bit. So we waited like 50 minutes for food, which was okay because where we sat, we had a beautiful view of the waterfalls. Kind of just relaxed. It was like 87 degrees out, so it was nice to just chill for a little bit. And then we walked over to the water and they were doing little boat tours out closer to the waterfall. So we did that. It actually wasn't too bad. It was like, what, $20 a person?
It was 20 euros total.
20 euros total? Oh.
And 40 marks.
So it was 40 marks, which was only 20 euros for all
10
four.
bucks a person.
10 bucks a person. Kids were free. To take a little boat for 15 minutes over to the waterfalls. We got really close. We got so close that we got wet. We were getting splashed and misted. It was so much fun. The baby was laughing and giggling the whole time. He had so much fun. He was kicking his legs. Isla had a great time. She really liked the guy. I wish I got his name. The guy that was steering the boat. She loved him. She was hugging him. She was smiling at him. She was talking to him. He even let her drive the boat a little bit, which was really cool. And I got that on video, so that was awesome. And we went to the other side. Something to note is that the bathrooms and changing stations are way up the top by the entrance near the parking lot. And you have to walk down a bunch of stairs and it's a pretty good walk all the way down to the waterfall area. And we didn't see any changing rooms down there, any bathrooms. So because we were planning on changing into our bathing suits down there. And we definitely were not going to walk all the way back up after lunch to change into our bathing suit. So luckily I had mine on under my clothes. Ryan just wore his shorts in, and then the kids, we just changed them like on the ground somewhere. Definitely bring water shoes. We did not bring ours because we figured we'd just be like a quick in and out, but my feet are definitely hurting. It's definitely like one of my favorite things we've done here. We figured we'd only be spending a short amount of time there, but we just got back to the car and it's almost 5 o'clock. And I think we got there at like noon. So, but now we're gonna start heading back to Mostar. We're gonna stop at this fortress. Yeah, this turn right here. We're gonna stop at this fortress called Fortress of Herzog. We actually just saw it like high on the hill on the drive down here, and I was like, oh, that looks really cool. So I looked it up on my phone, and it's free. You can just drive right up there and look around. It looks pretty cool. It has really good views, so we're just gonna stop there, check that out. So right up there on top of the hill is the Fortress of Herzog.
So we just saw the fortress. up here. Really nice views. Definitely recommend coming up here.
It's free.
It's free. If it's free, it's for me. Yeah, really good views. I think we're gonna wrap up the day, head back towards the Airbnb that we're staying at, grab some dinner, and call it a night.